Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for Saturday, December 11th, 2021. Interesting day today. We actually had a lot of news stories to talk about on the pre-stream podcast. If you want to get caught up on all kinds of stuff going on in the world of gaming, I recommend that you give that podcast a look today because there was a lot to discuss. As for the gameplay today, we had Halo Infinite's campaign continuing on, and now I can tell you, being about 6 hours into the campaign, I really like it. I feel that Halo Infinite has some of the best gameplay of the entire Halo franchise when it comes to the campaign. Just the addition of the hook shot, or I call it hook shot, grapple shot, whatever you want to call it, that pulls you towards the enemies. Now you can either do shots on the way there, you could wait till you're really close, do a shotgun blast, you melee them. I like using the plasma sword, the zoop, doing this flying plasma sword hit. It's so much fun. It changes the way the game is played by far, because previously in Halo games, Master Chief was very, very limited in his movements, and this grappling hook completely changes that. Like, from the ground up, makes the game feel like a new and different game. The open world is interesting. I did several base takeovers, killed some VIP targets, unlocking new weapons at the bases, and did a major story mission. Now there's apparently a new alien race. I won't spoil, but apparently there's going to be a new alien race that's going to come into the story here. So I'm 6 hours in. People are reporting the game can be as short as 10 hours, as long as 15, depending on how much time you take in the open world. So we'll see. At this point, you can assume I'm almost halfway into the game. So I like it. So far, I really enjoyed it. As for the late stream, Forza Horizon 5, all right? I'm going to be honest with all of you. I can tell when a game has hit its basically like point of when people start to feel it's overstayed its welcome. I think Forza Horizon 5 is the case of a game that if there's really nothing else going on in gaming and you want to chill late night stream or something, it works. But in the case of right now, where I'm in the midst of so many playthroughs, people are like, Phil, where's Halo Infinite? Why aren't you playing more Halo Infinite multiplayer? We wanted more of that. Or, when are you going to be doing this next game or this next game? And I'm like, well, guys, we're still doing Forza Horizon. I'm trying to squeeze it in. And if you take a look this last week, Forza Horizon 5 was supposed to be Wednesday night, but because Metroid Dread didn't finish as quickly as I originally had thought it would, we had to do that on Wednesday night. So Forza got pushed till the weekend. And now people, they're not showing up. And let me tell you guys, there's no exaggeration. One of the worst supported streams I've done in the last year. Since I became a streamer on YouTube in May, this is probably top 3 worst supported streams that I've done. Not to say that that's a terrible world-ending thing. Every once in a while you get a bad night, it's not a big deal. But I think the point I'm making here is the game's overstayed its welcome. People want to see other stuff. They're tired of Forza, which sucks because I really like it. I think it's a nice, good game for variety's sake on my streams. But with all the games that people want to see and the things that I've been holding up or not finishing, for example, games like Lost Judgment that people just want to see finish, and why aren't you playing more of that? Why aren't you doing more multiplayer in Halo? I hear you. So, yeah. Good news is, we're near the end of the game. Guess what? Tonight we unlocked what's called the Hall of Fame, meaning you've done enough in the game to unlock enough accolade points to open the end game content, which we have. Now the final leg of every story in the game is unlocked, and the final mission of every type of race in the game is also unlocked. I've already done one of these. It was a 16-minute long race. The others are all like that, apparently. They're all like 15 to 20 minutes long each, and there's 5 more, I believe, to do in the world. I think once you do all of them, there's a finale mission, and that's the end of the game. So, next time around when we play Forza, which you might say, well, when will that be? Probably it's going to be Thursday night, I'm thinking. Likely what we will do is do the final story mission of all the different stories, which probably won't be long. They'll probably be like 5-10 minutes each. So maybe that'll be like half an hour to 45 minutes. Finish those up, and then start doing these lengthy finale-style missions, and see if we can beat it all. If we beat it in one stream, great. If we need one more night stream to finish it, great. But this will be the end game and the finale of the game. At this point, people, with their attendance and with their incredible lack of support, because it was really slow. I mean, no, I think it was like $24 in tips or something like that all night. People are telling me, we're bored, do something else. Fair enough. I hear you. So we will. We'll move on. We have very little left in the game. We can move on to new stuff, okay? Now, an update today. I talked about it on the pre-stream. I'll just give you guys a brief update. Out of nowhere this morning, I woke up, I checked my email, and a fan sent me something, basically said, Merry Christmas, Phil. I'm like, huh? I opened it up. Without me asking for it or prompting it, a fan ordered me a Hori Real Arcade Pro joystick for the Xbox. It works on all Xbox consoles, Xbox One, Xbox Series S, Series X. I didn't ask for it. I didn't even plan on ever getting one. They just got it for me. He said, Merry Christmas, it's a Christmas present for you. So this is a fan of mine who's a longtime fan who likes seeing me play Street Fighter and stuff, and basically watched me play Street Fighter on Friday night on the Xbox and saw I was struggling with this controller to do many things. You know, I couldn't do 3 buttons together because there's no mapping for that. I couldn't do 360 motions very easily. I was having a rough time. And they say, here, I'm just going to get you a joystick. Now, the cool thing about that is this will open up my streams to being able to play fighting games on the Xbox as opposed to only on a PlayStation console. The entire last console generation, because my joystick was on Sony, I had to play all fighting games on the PlayStation. Now I can actually play fighting games on Xbox, okay? So we'll see what happens. It's supposed to show up later this week. If it shows up for Friday, then on Friday for Street Fighter, we'll play on Xbox again, and we'll test out the joystick and see how it works, okay? And we'll go from there moving forward. You know, next year, there's several fighting games that likely will be coming out. I think the first one will be King of Fighters 15 in February. Give it a shot. Right? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that's pretty awesome. And I didn't ask for it, but it was a nice, you know, holiday season surprise for sure. All right, tomorrow, guys, Sunday, we got Vice City on the first stream. Of course, I'm excited for that. Had tons of fun. I think now what's going to happen is because we took over the Scarface Mansion. I think if I'm remembering correctly, this next leg of the story has a few little story missions, but then you have to do the business takeovers. This is lengthy. This is grindy. This is time-consuming. But I'm an interactive streamer now, which means these will now be more fun because we'll be able to interact and have a good time talking and hanging out while I do those missions, rather than me just grinding away trying to figure them out for myself and being bored to tears like I was my first playthrough in 2012. This should be a lot more interesting this time around, okay? So I'm excited for that. I hope you'll join me for that tomorrow. Tomorrow night is the continuation of Lost Judgment. End game story-based content. What I mean that is, I meant to say school story-based content, meaning we're in the end of many school stories. It looks like one fight and we can wrap up the boxing club, one dance and we can finish the dancing club, one more leg of missions, which is 4 stages, we can finish the bike club. We might be able to finish all of that in one night tomorrow, which would be stupendous to finally finish up all those, because then it would only leave us with maybe 2-3 clubs tops left to finish the whole side story bullshit and get to the finale of that and then finish the game. So tomorrow is a momentous night in Lost Judgment. I hope you'll join me on the late stream to see if we can get very far and go from there. All right? All right, guys, that's it. Now, Monday is all Halo, by the way. Halo Campaign and Halo Multiplayer. So for those of you who are liking Halo, Monday is your day. For those who in particular have been supportive, remember last week, it was a make or break stream for Halo Infinite Multiplayer. It was really good. People were very supportive of it. I was like, great, we'll do it again. And now this week I only get to play it once because of everything going on. Shorter streaming week. Forza Horizon got bumped at everything. I'm sorry for that. Next week, I'm hoping I can play Halo Infinite Multiplayer at least more than once, because it sucks that I just said, hey, support it, people support it, and now I can't play it, right? Next week should be different, hopefully. So, all right, guys, thank you. Great streaming day. Hope this daily wrap was informative for you. I'll see you in the AM for Vice City. Peace out, everybody.